Hey guys, in this video we'll be going over the top 10 best and easily obtainable weapons in Season 5 Chapter 2. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified of my future content. So number 1, the assault rifle, also known as the SCAR, with a damage of 36, a fire rate of 5.5, a magazine size of 30 bullets, and a reload time of 2.1 seconds, and the structure damage of 36. And as you can see on the right there are the stats there for the epic version of the assault rifle, which isn't that much different, so I prefer both of these if I can get my hands on them throughout the match. Number 2, so that's a legendary and or epic heavy assault rifle. I'm not a fan of the other versions of this assault rifle, but if I do come across the legendary or epic, I'm usually pretty happy. So obviously the legendary has a damage of 41, a fire rate of 4.25, a 25 bullet magazine size. The reload time is about 2.5 seconds, but that's not too bad, and the structure damage is 41. So third on the list is the sniper rifle. So obviously I prefer the legendary or epic if I can get my hands on it, but obviously if you can get your hand on any sniper rifle in the game, you're not doing too bad. So the stats for the legendary sniper rifle are damage is 116 with a fire rate of 0.33. Unfortunately, it's only a one magazine, so it takes some time to reload. So you can only really shoot a bullet every 2.5 seconds, as you can see. And obviously the structure damage is 116. But this is great if you get an opponent that hasn't got any shield. If you can get a good shot on them, they'll be down straight away. So this is why this is third on my list. So number 4 on the list is the tactical assault rifle. So obviously I like this in all variants, but obviously legendary or epic is the more better way to go. As you can see, the damage for the legendary one there is 24 with a fire rate of 7, magazine size of 30 bullets, and a reload time of 2 seconds, and also a structural damage of 24. Now, as you can imagine, if you're there in a heated fight and you're reloading that half a second quicker than someone else is, that's going to make the big difference. So this is why this is number 4 on my list. So number 5 on my list, which is actually one of my favorites, is the submachine gun, but only in the epic and legendary variant. I don't really like the other variants of this gun. But obviously, as you can see, the legendary one has a damage of 20 with a fire rate of 10, which I think is the highest fire rate you can get. Magazine size of 35 and a reload time of 2.1 seconds, and a structural damage of 20. That's what makes this weapon so great to use if you're stuck in a rut. Next up is the tactical shotgun. Now, I haven't put in the legendary or epic version of this gun because this is the most common gun you can find in these two variants of the uncommon and rare, and they're also great for when you're in close quarter combat. So obviously the rare has a damage of 80 when you're close, a fire rate of 1.5, 8 bullets in a magazine, and a reload time of 5.7 seconds. You can also make structural damage at 55 hits. Now, also for close quarter combat, I also like to use or have on hand a lever action shotgun. This shotgun comes in handy, especially if you're running low on something. If you can get close to someone and get a really good shot on them, you can do a damage of up to 108.9 with the epic variant. Obviously the fire rate is a little bit low, but it does have a good magazine size, and the reload time is about the same as the tactical. Obviously the structural damage sits about 50 to 55, all the way up to the legendary. That's why this makes one of my favorite weapons. So number 8 on my list is actually the lever action rifle. Now the reason I like this and why this is in the 8th position is because obviously if you can't get your hands on a good sniper rifle, this is the next best thing to get. Obviously because you can get a long range shot with it and you can actually cause some pretty good damage if need be. So obviously we've got the two variants up here. We've got the rare and the epic. So the epic has a damage of 58 with a fire rate of 1.25, a magazine size of 9, which is quite good, and a reload time of 5.7 seconds, and the structural damage is also the same as normal damage. That is why this is number 8 on my list. Now, I know some of you might say, why have I got the charged shotgun in here? Now, if you know how to use the charged shotgun, it can be a great tool when you're playing Fortnite. I like to use it when I jump straight into the game. If I get a charged shotgun, I run around and I'll charge this thing to 100% and I'll take out as many people as I possibly can. Also, it's also nice to have on board just in case one of your mates are getting in trouble, and you can run up to them and just let off a massive hit. And obviously if they haven't got any shield on them, they are done for. So as you can see, the stats are there. So you got the rare, which is at 133 damage with a fire rate of 0.85, a magazine size of 3, and a reload time of only 5 seconds. And obviously the structure damage is 82. That is why this is number 9 on my list. So the last gun on my list is the pistol. Yes, I know a lot of people don't like using the pistol, but if you can get the variant of the epic or legendary, you're doing quite well. I do like to use a pistol. I am quite good with the pistol. So obviously the damage with the legendary pistol is 29 with a fire rate of 6.75, magazine size of 16, and a mad reload time of 1.3 seconds. Obviously, if you're stuck in combat and this is all you have left to rely upon, I would recommend using this, just because depending how quick you can hit that trigger button is how many shots you can make. Alright guys, that concludes this video. So if you have any questions or anything you would like to ask, please put them in the comments box below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button and notification bell to be notified of my future content, and please head over to my channel and check out my other content. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video if you got this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.